In this video, we're going to take a look at the basics of lineal feet takeoffs. We'll walk through the different tools you can use and give a quick overview of what lineal feet takeoffs are commonly used for. Jumping into my account, I'll be using framing as the example, specifically measuring the framed wall. And in my category, I have our line item of framing, and I'm just going to press edit and make sure that under the UOM or unit of measure, we type in LF for linear feet. And something to note, there are a lot of ways we can measure for framing, but for this example, I'm only measuring the lineal feet to get a rough sense of it. In other videos, we'll cover things like our assembly assistant or creating custom assemblies where we can calculate out studs, plates, and the materials that go into framing. All right, from there, I'm going to press the takeoff tool and it'll pull us into our plan set. I'm going to be measuring both the exterior and interior walls. So up at the very top, I'm going to choose our polygon tool. But something to note, the shapes and the way you use them are going to be very similar to how we've referenced in our previous videos for square feet and measuring in cubic yardage. The main difference with measuring with lineal feet is these shapes are going to be hollow. We're not calculating the area. So I'll start with the polygon and I'm going to zoom into our first floor. And just like using the polygon tool, I'm going to click any corner where I want to start. I'm going to release, drops down the little green dot where we started, and then I'm just going to click release, and it's going to follow me. And then when I'm done, I'm going to meet it back up at the green dot, click inside the green dot, and that'll close up the shape. From there, I'm going to start working on the interior walls, and I'm going to choose the line tool up at the very top. The line tool is just individual lines that you can draw. So I'll click there, and I'll zoom in a little bit more. And we tend to be more generous with where we place these lines. I'm including the doors, which you do not have to. If you'd like to, you could also use the deduction tool up at the top. You can click that guy, and if I wanted to deduct from the space of a door or anything, you can just click release, click to close it up. It's going to drop down a little dark gray line. And as well, over to the right, there is the labels tab. When you click this, it's going to show you what measurements you've done individually. And you can see that we deducted 2 feet 5 inches from that door. Generally, when I'm working on something that has a lot of detail going on, I will turn off those labels until I need them, if I need them, just because they can start to layer and it can be kind of hard on the eyes. So I'll turn those off. Another thing to note is if you would like to add pitch to a lineal foot measurement, you absolutely can. In another video that we've done for measuring square feet with pitch, you'll probably remember the button up at the very top shows us 0 degrees. You can click in there and add your pitch if you'd like to. If you're doing something with an incline, if you're doing roof capping, that is an option as well. Of course, from here, you would continue your measurements, and ultimately, when you're done, you could press accept and save, which is in the top right corner, and that lineal footage that you see in the top right would also be pulled back into your estimate. And that's how you do a linear foot takeoff. If you have any questions, as always, let us know.